Hey, it's Patrick Grosser with Fathom Realty. This is your Cincinnati real estate market news for week 21 of 2021. And we're going to take a look at how you can capitalize on the real estate market here in Cincinnati, whether you're buying or selling or doing both. But first, we're going to take a look at the numbers for this past week and compare them to the same week last year, see how we measure up. So first off, new listings are up 4.5% compared to last year. Not a big increase, but any increase in inventory is certainly welcomed by buyers. They're having a really hard time finding what they're looking for right now with the low inventory, at least relative to the extreme buyer demand that we're seeing right now. So it's not a huge difference for sellers. They're still very much in control of the market, as we'll see here through the other data points. But new listings, at least rising a little bit, is good news for buyers right now. Closings are up 29% compared to the same week last year. That's a huge increase. We've seen sometimes single-digit growth, sometimes no growth, or a little bit of loss week to week throughout this year so far. So to see a 29% jump is awesome to see for buyers, for sellers, for agents, for homeowners, even if they're not even in the market right now. Just to see that things are getting back to normal a little bit. We're getting through the pandemic because the people are getting vaccinated, masks are starting to come off, or at least the mandates are starting to be lifted. Businesses are opening at full force again. So we're getting back to normal, hopefully here, and we're seeing the evidence of that, at least in the real estate market here in Cincinnati, with a huge jump. Again, 29% greater number of closings compared to the same week last year. Average sale price is up 22.5%. That's another huge number. It's not quite as high as 25%, which we saw a few weeks ago, but it's certainly alarming for homeowners and for buyers too. Obviously good for sellers, bad for buyers, because home values seem to be peaking. We don't know how much longer sale prices are going to increase, or if they're going to maybe flatten out. Certainly don't think they're going to flatten out or drop anytime soon, but we really don't know. But based on the fact that we have lots of demand still from buyers and not enough supply right now to satisfy that demand, we think that prices will continue to rise. But certainly we don't know how long we're going to ride this wave as homeowners, seeing our home values rising by 22% compared to last year. It's absolutely insane. If we were to take a look, as we will month to month and quarter to quarter and over the course of the year, we'll kind of look and see how that averages out. But at least compared to this past week, compared to last year, we're up 22.5% on home values. Average days on market is down 38%, so that means we're selling homes right now compared to last year 38% faster, which is pretty typical for this year. We've seen maybe even as high as 40 to 50% fewer days on market. So it's taking about 2 weeks or less for people to sell, even the ones that are overpriced and not marketed properly are taking not that long to sell. So if you market your home properly, you're probably going to get offers in the first day or two. Inventory is at 2.83 months right now. It's down a little bit from last week. We're still over 3 months short of what it would take for buyers and sellers to be on an even playing field in terms of their negotiation leverage. It's still very much a seller's market due to a ratcheting up buyer demand that we've seen throughout this year. We have seen inventory increase, but not fast enough to keep up with the increase in demand. So if you're thinking about making a move right now, of course you want to think, how do I take advantage of this market as a buyer or a seller, or if I'm doing both? So the obvious thing, as a seller, with home prices 22.5% higher than they were the same time last year, we're seeing peak in value. So if you are planning to move and you are required to sell in order to move, it makes perfect sense to take advantage of the market right now, get the price that you want, perhaps get the exact terms you want if you market it properly. Go ahead and click on patrickgrosser.com/sell. There's nothing being sold there. We're not asking for your contact information. I've got a few other video links that I'll share with you here in a second. We're not trying to sell anything. We're just educating you on what we do for our clients to see if it's something you might be interested in looking into a little bit further. But what we do for our seller clients is what we call target marketing. So although the market's really hot right now, and you could probably just post your listing online and get showings and offers and sell your house and be pretty happy with the results because the market's really hot, what we do in addition to the general marketing is we do premium marketing. We actually target market the most opportune buyers, those types of people based on the features of your home that would be most interested in your home. because your features match their needs perfectly. And we do that through demographic research, hobbies and interests, income, credit score, how many kids they have, how old their kids are, what school district they might be interested in, where they live now, whether they're buying for the first time or they're buying and selling. So we do a lot of research on the front end to make sure that we're proactively advertising online and offline to the buyers who would be most willing to pay you absolute top dollar, pay a premium, maybe even over market value for your home because your home matches their needs perfectly. So that's called target marketing. It's something that we do. I don't know of any other agents that are doing it. It's time consuming and expensive for us, so we only do it for a select few clients who are very serious about getting the most out of their home sale in terms of price and other terms, like getting the closing date they want, not having to pay buyer closing costs, having limited or no inspections, maybe getting over appraised value, getting a buyer to offer you cash above appraised value. It's the best time right now to take advantage of the market. If you just do the traditional approach, you'll probably be happy with what you can get because the market is hot, but I guarantee you won't get as much money in the optimal terms you could get if you did this target marketing approach that we do. So go ahead and check that out, learn a little bit about how it works, see if it's a good fit for you. Reach out to us if you have questions, patrickgrosser.com/sell. And if you're making a move and you haven't bought your next home, you don't know where you're going to move to, that's the most challenging part right now because again, it is a seller's market. We're seeing listings sell 10, 20, 30% over list price routinely. Buyers are having to basically beg for the homes even if they do find a house they like, and they're losing a lot in multiple offers. So it's typical for buyers to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections before they actually get something under contract. The best thing you can do for yourself if you're trying to buy right now is to not just rely on the open market where it's so competitive, but try to find an unlisted home off the market. Now you probably don't have the tools, the resources, the knowledge on how to do that, or maybe you just don't have the time or the financial budget to advertise to a broad neighborhood of homeowners or knock on their doors and ask if they're looking to sell. That's something that we do for our clients. Again, a select few clients that are very serious about making a move, know exactly what kind of a house they want, where they want to live, even down to the neighborhood. And we put together the ads that are required to get homeowners to raise their hands and say we might be interested in selling. And we filter through those people. We find matches for our buyer clients. And if the seller consents to it, we'll go ahead and do a showing, an off-market showing that would be an exclusive showing for our buyer clients. This particular home in this case wouldn't be advertised anywhere. We wouldn't be listing it. We wouldn't have any contract with the seller. We would just be walking our buyers through this homeowner's home. And if they like it, then they can write an offer before any other buyers even know that it's possibly for sale. So they're not competing with any other offers. They're not competing with any other buyers. Our homeowners, or our buyer clients rather, can buy from the homeowners at a price that's fair. Maybe we even get it appraised so everyone's on the same page in terms of what it's worth. But we're buying it at market value for our buyer clients rather than our buyer clients having to pay a premium for it. So that's a really unique approach that we're taking. We'll walk you through that process through that video. Click on patrickgrosser.com/unlisted. Again, it's not something we can do for everyone, but go ahead and watch that, understand the process, and see if it might be something you're interested in. Reach out to us. If you're buying and selling at the same time, it's very difficult right now because the market is so fast-paced to figure out, should you buy first, should you sell first, what are you financially qualified to do, can you buy and sell at the same time and line up everything perfectly. And so you need to have a game plan before you even get started looking seriously, whether you're looking to sell or buy first. You really need to have a game plan in place so that you can implement that game plan and press the start button on your plan, so to speak. You need to get everything figured out how you're going to do this before you start. Because if you don't, if you list your home, it's probably going to sell right away. Or if you find a house that you like, you're not going to be prepared to write an offer because there's several other buyers that already have all their ducks in a row. They already know exactly what they want. They already have all their financing in order. They already have the plan of how they're going to buy and sell. If you don't have that plan, you're going to be kind of left in the dust because of the competition. So the best thing you can do is get educated on your options. Go ahead and click on patrickgrosser.com/bridge. That walks you through all the options of how in any market you can buy and sell at the same time, what your options are. And it presents a unique solution for the market conditions right now, which are very challenging for buyers, on how you can be more competitive writing an offer on your next home by erasing your mortgage debt, thereby getting a better loan that's more attractive to the sellers. getting more cash for your down payment, so that's more attractive to the sellers as well because you're putting more money down, and it's a better deal for you long term as well. And then also it puts you in a flexible situation where you can really tell the sellers that you can close on any day whatsoever. You don't have to rely on the timing of your sale of your home. You can actually just tell them, pick a closing date and we'll make it happen. So it's a very unique approach. There's a lot of details in it to understand how it works, but go ahead and click on that link and learn more about it, patrickgrosser.com/bridge. If you have any questions about any of those offers, any of those unique things that we're doing for our clients, you can always schedule a call with us. There's a link there to our calendar. Or if you have any general questions, again, you can do that, or you can reach out to us, send a message, you can give us a call. If you like this information, if this kind of information is helpful to you, you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit the like button. Let Facebook know that you'd like to see more of our videos in the future. We do 2 or 3 videos every single week educating buyers and sellers on the Cincinnati real estate market, how they can reach their real estate goals, take advantage of the market. We do, again, those weekly, so you don't want to miss anything that we're putting out. Go ahead and follow our Facebook business page and turn on notifications. You can also look through the previous videos we've done on the timeline and the playlist on our Facebook page, and you can jump over to YouTube and look at our previous videos. You can subscribe to our channel, Patrick Grosser-Cincinnati Realtor. And if you can help us out, yourself and our audience, if you have any topics you'd like for us to cover that we haven't yet, or any specific questions you'd like answered in a video format, chances are there's other people that are interested in those topics, want those questions answered. We'd like to educate all of you. Go ahead and drop those in the comments for us. I'm Patrick Grosser, and thanks for watching.